family, it's Tasha MAMABEAR Prepping. Today, first of all, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. You already know what time it is. Get your drink, pull up. Let's talk about it. Today, I'm going to be talking about a topic that typically I have talked about this on Patreon. This is a Patreon topic in my opinion. It's not something that I would typically talk about over here. Sometimes I push my buttons over here. I push the limits over here on YouTube, but I tend to keep some of the controversial topics over there. So we've discussed CBDC several times over on Patreon and my true feelings about it, and going deep with that. But however, I keep getting questions from people wanting to know a little bit more about it. Why aren't you talking about it? Yada, yada, yada. So I'm going to talk a little bit about it over here. How I feel about it. You know, basically it's a system. It's a system to take over, to control people and control you in the sense of, you know, it sounds very nice on paper, like, well, it's just going to be digital. It's just digital dollar, digital money. If the dollar collapses, no big deal. You just enroll in this system. You get your money back. All your hard-earned money that's in that savings account that you just lost. It's no big deal because it's digital, right? It's safer in some way. You know, easier to pay bills. We already do a lot of digital banking, if you will, already. So it's not that big of a stretch, right? Like that's how they're going to be selling it to us at first, right? And if it is something that the economic collapse and people have lost their money all of a sudden, it's going to be that much easier to get those people to get in line because, you know, you have the guise of, well, you're going to get your money back. You're just going to get it back in a digital way. But this is a system that will track us in more ways than we can even imagine, that will have more power and control over us. They will control our food. They will control what you buy, how you buy it, how much you buy, track exactly what you're buying. And a lot of you guys might say, Tasha, they already do that. They do, okay? But it's that coupled with everything else that they'll have the ability to do. To shut off our money, right? Control us with food, control our finances, control our thoughts. And because they'll just turn off the money if you're doing something that they don't believe that you should be doing. The vaccine thing, you know, if you're not going to do that this time around, it's okay. You're just going to get your money cut off and you're not going to be able to buy a loaf of bread for your family tonight, right? So it's going to be high consequences. A lot of people would say this is the mark of the beast. I don't want to go as far as saying that because let me tell you, this system goes from, oh, it's just a digital way of paying for stuff to, oh, now you have a chip in your forehead, your hand, whatever. And now that's where people start talking about, oh, that sounds pretty familiar. That sounds like some stuff we read about in the Bible, right? And so it's definitely not a cool subject topic. You know, a lot of questions surrounding it is, well, how do we prepare, Tasha? How do we get ready for that? Well, you keep doing what you're doing, right? You keep working towards a life of self-sufficiency, for doing for yourself, right? Providing your own fruits and vegetables, providing your own meat, raising animals, continue to raise your family, have your land, work the earth, right? And provide for yourself in every way that you can, right? Providing your own power, providing everything, right? Doing your own projects, building things, learning things, foraging, hunting, fishing, like whatever it is, survival, right? You're just going to continue to do that, right? You're going to continue to prepare, continue to do what you're doing now. But you're doing it so that you can stay out of these systems. And a lot of people like, well, with what you're talking about, nobody would agree to that, right? People will agree to it because it's not like it's just going to roll out and be this evil thing like, hey, line up and get this chip in your finger, you know, in your wrist for this system. Of course, you just come out right now and say that. Nobody's going to do it. They're going to be like up in arms. But it's not going to be like that. It's going to be a very casual, general, either something major is going to happen, a major event, a catastrophic world-ending event is going to happen. Where people are destitute, do not have something, are starving, do not have food, water, meds, do not have the basics at all, or have little children that they're trying to survive. And this is the system that they have to turn to. A system that's like, come inside, we'll take care of you, get in this system, we'll get you some money, you'll get your job set up where you get your money back. Now you can go shopping again, grocery shopping again, get your life back, right? It's going to be a major event where so many people are destitute that they just are lining up to sign up, right? Or it's going to be rolled out very, very chill like, right? Maybe it's economic collapse and we lose everything, and now people have lost everything. They've lost their savings, everything. But there's this guise of, oh, but it's okay. Sign up for this and you'll get your 20, 50K that you had in the bank saved up. You're going to immediately get it back. You're just going to get it back in a digital form, right? We're going to give you your money back and life is going to go back to normal. And so you have a big group of people that are just going to comply because they want their money back, right? Or you just have, you know, hey, it's just digital. We already do digital. So what's the problem? It's not that big of a deal, right? All you're doing is just signing up to this global, you know, money, if you will, where we're all together. Everybody's being tracked. And it's just a one people type of thing, right? One people system, money system. It's just horrible, right? And maybe we are around the corner from this, or maybe we are decades from this. We don't know, but it's scary either way. It's scary either way, right? Because you may own a home. How does this affect you owning a home? How does this affect you if you do not comply, if you do not get stuff, you know, benefits, if you get any kind of government benefits, government help, government assistance, whatever, that stuff's down the drain. Anything that they're able to turn off and stop, they will. And you just won't get that stuff. And it will become to the point where, well, if you don't comply, you don't do this, you're going to get shut off, right? And good luck. I hope you survive, because you're not going to be able to buy groceries because you're not in the system. So how do you survive? How does your family survive if you are not able to go to the grocery store to stockpile? You're like, well, I'm stockpiling. Well, what happens when that's shut off and you're not able to go to the store anymore and stockpile? You will be living on whatever you have put up and put away and learned how to do and learned how to grow and preserved and all of this stuff. That's where that stuff comes into play. And it comes into play on what you can actually make for yourself, grow for yourself. What can you continue to do for yourself on top of the preparedness stuff that you've already been doing, right? So I know that's kind of heavy, but I've been having people ask me, you know, why I'm not talking about it. What's my opinion about it? How do we battle it? First of all, that's a red line thing, right? That's like you as a family, you and your family have a red line that is too far. It's gone too far, and what you will and will not do, and what you will comply to and not comply to. And that I can't answer that for you, right? That's your own thing. But if you know where your line is, you know that you're not going to do it, then you need to get your butt moving and prepare and get ready for that day that this stuff jumps off, right? You should be preparing for a catastrophic event anyway, because the fact that, you know, nobody's going to come and save you in that situation. Okay. And that's where it starts, possibly, right? So do your research, have your own opinions about stuff, have your own line in the sand of what you will comply to and not comply to. Do some more research. There's much smarter people than me on the internet talking about this, experts talking about CBDC, exactly how it would roll out, all this stuff. Very detailed videos out there if you want to go watch them. I'm not an expert, but I'm talking about it today because people have been asking me to cover it, and why I'm not covering it over here on YouTube. And a lot of that too is because it's one of those topics that's not very popular in the sense of, you know, should you be, you know, censorship, and should I even be talking about it, right? And giving my opinion about it. So that's recorded on record. You got me. Whatever, right? So I will see you guys on the next video. You guys be well. Take care. Bye.